In Jacksonville, nearly 1 in 5 home buyers is walking away before closing, and home prices are falling faster here than almost anywhere in America. First a $10,000 cut, then $25,000, now $50,000 or more. In some neighborhoods, over 31% of listings have reduced their price at least once, and flash sale weekends with builders slashing up to 12% off new homes have become the new normal. The discounts attract long lines, but many buyers hesitate, spooked by stories of deals gone sideways at the 11th hour. Escrow records tell the story in cold detail. Cancellation notices cite failed financing, insurance denials, or buyers unable to meet stricter lender guidelines. Title companies report a surge in last-minute withdrawals, with agents scrambling to keep deals alive as contingencies expire. For every contract that falls through, another household is left in limbo. Children changing schools, moving trucks on standby, savings drained by carrying costs. The culture of price cuts has taken hold, erasing years of paper gains in a matter of months. For many, the promise of homeownership in Jacksonville has turned from opportunity to ordeal, and every failed sale adds to the growing sense of risk shadowing the market. Active listings in Jacksonville have doubled since early 2024, with more than 5,000 homes now on the market, up from just 2,500 a year ago. This surge has tilted the balance of power firmly in favor of buyers. The average home now lingers for over 60 days before finding a contract, and the region's months of supply sits at 5.6, a level that signals the end of the seller's era and the arrival of a true buyer's market. For anyone looking to buy, the leverage has shifted. For sellers, the reality is clear. Patience is no longer a virtue. It's a liability. Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach are now flashing warning signals across every major market indicator. In Miami-Dade, the median condo price has dropped 6% year over year, wiping out gains that once seemed untouchable. Inventory is piling up fast. Condo listings have surged more than 35% compared to last summer, flooding the market with options and putting sellers on the defensive. At the high end, luxury properties are seeing average price cuts between 7 and 12%, with some trophy towers slashing even deeper just to attract a single offer. Broward County is feeling the squeeze from both ends. Active listings are up 38% from last year, and the share of homes sitting unsold for 90 days or more is at a 5-year high. The median sale price has slipped about 5% year over year, with condos and townhomes in the coastal corridor faring even worse. In neighborhoods like Fort Lauderdale Beach and Hollywood, sellers in the upper price bands are routinely cutting 10 to 13% off their original asking price before a deal even gets to the table. Agents report that stale listings are now the norm, not the exception. Palm Beach County is seeing a similar story play out. Inventory has jumped more than 30% in the past 12 months, and the median price for single-family homes is down 4%, with some pockets, like East Boca and West Palm Beach condos, recording drops of up to 8%. In the luxury segment, price reductions are averaging 9 to 14%, especially on waterfront and gated community properties. Even in traditionally resilient areas, the days of quick, full-price sales are gone. Sellers are increasingly forced to negotiate, cut prices, or throw in incentives just to keep buyers interested. The numbers are clear. South Florida's housing market is cooling at a pace not seen since the last downturn. Agents across all 3 counties describe a sudden shift. Buyers are cautious, inventory is swelling, and the old rules no longer apply. For anyone watching from Jacksonville, these trends offer a stark preview of what happens when affordability vanishes and the balance of power tips away from sellers. As price cuts become routine and listings linger, the entire region is bracing for a new reality where patience is punished and only the most aggressive sellers get to the closing table. Insurance costs are rewriting the rules for anyone trying to buy or sell in South Florida. The average property insurance premium in Miami-Dade now tops $9,500 a year, with Broward and Palm Beach not far behind. For coastal homes, quotes of $12,000 or more are no longer outliers. They're routine. These numbers aren't just line items on a closing sheet. They're deal breakers, forcing buyers to recalculate what they can afford and pushing lenders to demand stricter documentation at every step. Lenders have responded with new requirements that go far beyond the old playbook. Proof of full windstorm and flood coverage is now mandatory before a single dollar changes hands. In high-risk zip codes, banks are requiring higher down payments, sometimes 20% or more for condos and waterfront properties. Older buildings face extra scrutiny. If a condo association can't prove compliance with new inspection laws or maintain adequate reserves, buyers may find their loans denied, regardless of credit. The underwriting process has grown more complex and less forgiving. Appraisers are flagging underinsured homes, triggering delays while sellers scramble to adjust coverage or buyers search for a carrier willing to write a policy at any price. In some transactions, insurance binding isn't finalized until hours before closing, leaving both parties on edge. When insurers exit the market mid-transaction, deals can fall apart overnight. Title companies report a spike in cancellations citing insurance denials, with official notices referencing failure to secure required coverage per lender guidelines, or premium quote exceeds contingency threshold. The ripple effects are visible in every corner of the market. First-time buyers, especially, are struggling to meet lender demands. Some are forced to walk away after weeks of searching, unable to find a policy that satisfies both the bank and their own budget. For sellers, the uncertainty adds another hurdle to an already crowded field. Each failed contract leaves another home lingering on the market, another family in limbo. These pressures are not isolated to a few unlucky buyers. They're systemic, embedded in every transaction from Key Biscayne to Delray Beach. The cost squeeze is slowing demand, thinning the pool of qualified buyers, and ensuring that even the most desirable properties can sit unsold for months. In South Florida, insurance is no longer just a formality, it's a barrier, and for many, the final straw. Weekend after weekend, builders in Jacksonville are throwing open their doors with banners promising up to 12% off new homes. The urgency is unmistakable. In May, 3 of the city's largest home builders launched a flash sale event, slashing prices by as much as $25,000 on finished inventory. The goal? Clear out unsold homes before the summer slowdown. Long lines form at model homes, but beneath the surface, confidence is eroding. Many would-be buyers walk away after touring, spooked by stories of deals collapsing over last-minute insurance quotes or failed financing. In 2025, nearly 20% of all pending home sales in Jacksonville fell through, while median prices slipped over 4% year over year, and active listings doubled within months. This documentary traced the roots of the crisis through surging insurance costs, stricter lending, builder markdowns, and investor withdrawals. Official records highlight Atlantic Beach as the state's most distressed zip code, with cancellation rates at 28% and insurance premiums topping $7,000 per year. Yet many questions remain. State documents on internal policy debates remain partially sealed, and the full economic impact on local communities is not yet measured. What's clear from MLS data, press transcripts, and council minutes is that the housing crash has shifted power towards buyers, increased vacancy, and forced policymakers into a public standoff. As of now, Jacksonville stands as a case study in how market corrections can reshape a city, with consequences still unfolding in neighborhoods across Florida.